Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be on page 218. You need to go ahead and be on page 218 in your reading book. And what we're going to work on is we're going to work on drawing conclusions. Except, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and give you the conclusion. What you're going to come up with are the details. So here's my conclusion that I'm going to give you on page 218. Okay? My conclusion is Charlotte is a very smart spider. All right. Here's your conclusion. Charlotte is a very smart spider. What we have to do now is we're going to go ahead and find specific details inside the story to help us figure out how Charlotte is a very smart spider. So that's what we're going to be focusing on to start out with. Okay, to figure this out, to figure out what the details are, we actually have to look in the story. We actually have to be inside the story. So we're going to go ahead and break this up into paragraphs. We're going to go ahead and start with this first paragraph right here. And I'm going to go ahead and get us started. It says, a spider's web is stronger than it looks. Although it is made of thin, delicate strands, the web is not easily broken. However, a web gets torn every day by insects that kick around in it, and a spider must rebuild it when it gets full of holes. What I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and finish this paragraph right here. Finish the paragraph and think to yourself, are there any details? Are there any words in there that talk about how Charlotte is a very smart spider? Okay, that's the first step. So I want you to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. I want you to go ahead and pause it until if you find out any details. So did you find any details? I don't think there are any. In fact, I didn't find any at all. So there are no details in this paragraph telling us that Charlotte is a very smart spider. So let's come down from here to here. Let's call this our second paragraph, and let's see if there's anything in this paragraph that tells us that Charlotte is a very smart spider. So again, I want you to read through here. Are there any things telling you in this paragraph that Charlotte is a smart spider? Now, if you were careful, this is interesting. You might have found a detail. Did you find the detail about Charlotte explaining her legs? She says, each leg of mine has 7 sections. And it goes on to say what each of those sections are called. This right here, look at some of those words. Words like patella, tibia, metatarsus, tarsus, coxa or coxa, femur, and trochanter. And these are pretty hard words to say, so right here, this could tell us right there that this could be a good detail that tells us that Charlotte's a pretty smart spider. What I want you to do now is I want you to go ahead and finish by reading this last paragraph. We're going to call this our third paragraph. Go ahead and read this last paragraph. Are there any other details that tell you that, hey, Charlotte is a smart spider? If you were looking carefully, you would have noticed that she explains all of the parts of her legs again. Okay? So again, it's the idea that Charlotte can list off every part of her leg, which tells us that she's a very smart spider right there. Those are 2 details right there. So now what we have to do, let me go ahead and bring this back up here. We know that Charlotte is a very smart spider. So now what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and put in words those details that we found about why Charlotte is a very smart spider. And I want you to go ahead and do that in here. Okay? So go ahead and write down what details tells you about that. When you're done, go ahead and you can go ahead and close your books and check out what the board tells you to do. All right? Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. I'll talk to you later.